I'm gonna take off that template. Is that the time? What if I put our cards?
Oh, we look so good.
All right, everybody, we'll go ahead with questions for Sarah Scalia and Mackenzie Holmes. Go ahead, raise your hand if you want to ask a question. Wilson, go ahead.
Yeah, Sarah, I know Coach Moore has been talking a lot about how she just wants you to keep shooting, and you made quite a few tonight. Did you see anything different? Was there anything different for you, or are they just going in tonight?
I mean, I got open looks. That's probably the start. And then I mean, just staying confident in my shot and keep shooting. And yeah, tonight, it paid off. So yeah.
Seth,
Mackenzie, this might sound like an overly simple question, but this win makes you guys 18-1. It's the best start in program history. What is it about this team that's allowed you guys to do that?
I think just, all the pieces that we have and our willingness to just really lock in on the defensive side of the ball. I think that we all take our scouting reports really seriously and knowing personnel and knowing their tendencies. And I think that just the buy-in that we have from this group has allowed us to have this much success so far, and not staying complacent with the success that we have had and just continuing to keep getting better every day.
Matt,
Yeah, Sarah, before tonight, you kind of had a little bit of a slump shooting from deep. Was there anything you changed coming into tonight about your shot or how you looked to get open, or anything that helped you kind of bounce back?
I wouldn't say I necessarily changed anything. I just continue to put in the work and continue to keep shooting, getting reps in practice and stuff to be able to be confident to hit my shots in a game like this. So, I mean, nothing really changed, just continuing to keep shooting, working on my game, and yeah.
Wilson,
Sarah, on a similar note to that, when you're not making as many shots like you were in the first couple games this past few weeks, just how do you avoid getting discouraged? Is that a hard thing to do, to keep putting up shots, not let that affect you mentally at all?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely not easy, but like the people I'm surrounded by are confident in me, in my game. And I think that's what's really helped me, is that they trust and believe in the work I put in to be where I'm at today. So I think that's a big thing, just helping with my confidence to continue to keep shooting, and eventually it'll come.
Seth,
Mackenzie, just from your vantage point, what's it like watching Sarah go through that kind of slump that she did, and just to see her kind of finally get a game like this tonight? What's it like from your vantage point?
I mean, I'm not surprised at all. I think we all saw a game like this for Sarah coming, because we see how she shoots the ball and how she plays in practice, and how hard she works outside of practice on her shot. So we know that we know how talented of a player she is and how talented of a shooter she is. So we knew it was just a matter of time before they started falling in games.
do we have anything else for our student athletes? All right, thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, we'll go ahead and start with an opening statement from Indiana head coach Terry Morin, and then take questions.
Well, we're obviously very excited. Anytime you can win on the road at a place like Michigan, it's a good night. And really, really happy for our players. We knew that controlling the boards was going to be the number one key, and to out rebound Michigan by 17, have 6 in double digits. Lily Meister, I thought, came in and did a great job when Matt got into foul trouble, and then just to see Sarah Scalia hit a bunch of shots today, and the way we know she can, was big. And I loved how we guarded. Leah Brown was cooking, but I thought for the most part we did a decent job. Even Philia, I know, has 21, but I think all those are hard earned. Even Brown's, defensively, I thought we did a good job, good solid job. Turnover stayed low, which was terrific. 18 assists. Now there's just not a lot to be disappointed about. I thought our kids followed the game plan. They didn't panic. We knew there were going to be, there's always ebbs and flows. We knew that they were going to make a run. We were going to have runs. This group, I thought, did a fantastic job today.
Raise your hand for questions for Coach Moore. Seth?
Terry, this might sound a little simplistic, but I mean, you guys are now 18-1. It's your best start in program history. I mean, you guys have achieved all these, firsts, this and that over the last bunch of years. But what is it about this team that's allowed you guys to get off to this start that's been unlike any other that this program has seen?
Well, again, I talk about their experience. I talk about, their veterans. But I just think, everybody, it seems like from the media, always asks me what I'm learning about this group. And I continue to kind of say the same things. What we're learning is that they don't hit the panic button. Teams, they can be down like we were at Illinois and not panic and chip away and get back into the game and then get a lead. And then, tonight I thought, same thing, we traded baskets and then we decided to extend our lead. And we knew Michigan was going to make runs at us. They always do. And especially in a place like this where there's very few people against us. The crowd was, had a tremendous amount of energy tonight, inside this place. And so, and again, you didn't see us blink. You didn't see us panic. They stick together. They just show great maturity. And, I think that's why we've gotten off to the start we have. One, this is a good basketball team. We have really good pieces. And like tonight, when you have kids that come off your bench like Sarah did, like Lily did, and then impact the game, you become a deeper team as well. So, I think that's what we're seeing right now.
Wilson?
Terry, I know for a few weeks now you've been saying Sarah, the shots were going to start to fall for Sarah. Was this the kind of night you were waiting for with her?
Yeah, there's no doubt. We all were, just not me, our staff, even our teammates. We've just continued to pour into her and give her good juice and tell her to keep shooting. And she has not, in terms of her schedule, she shows up every day and stays late every day. But, I think what needs to be written about Sarah is in spite of, her having a little bit of a shooting drought, she's been able to still impact the game. We've challenged her to find other ways. And she's really done a great job defensively. That's not something that, she's accustomed to, because she's been asked to score, at Minnesota, she was asked to score so much. And so she understands that we put a high premium on the defensive side of the ball, and she's continued to step in. And in spite of her, despite maybe her shot not falling, she's still been really locked in defensively for us. And, that's why I'm really proud of her resilience, her patience, but also she's stuck to her routine, stuck to her plan. Tonight it was great to see her knock down a lot of those shots that, have not been going down the way we know they can.
Seth, do you have another question?
Yeah, sure. This tonight was Mackenzie's 6th double-double in 7 games. I mean, she's played at a high level for just about her entire career at IU, but I mean, just how much of a weapon is this to have with knowing, I mean, even when she's had an off night, I mean, she's just been ridiculous for you guys. I mean, just how high of a level is she really playing at from a vantage point of somebody who sees her every day?
Yeah, I mean, again, we can't ask for her to do more, Seth, in terms of what she's giving us night in and night out. She is a difficult guard for anybody. But it's also, she has great balance. She has great pieces, around her that allow her to, get some of those looks inside. We have no problem pounding the ball inside to her, but, she's become a great facilitator as well, someone that's a willing passer. I think, we've turned into a team, or I think we are a team. I'll say it, that has a lot of weapons. And I don't know that you can just key in on one person. Grace Berger says it all the time, it could be anybody's night. Mac has certainly been the one that, here of late has had some really big games for us. And, we need her to do that night in and night out. But, like I said, she had plenty of help tonight, which was really great to see.
Matt or Will, not sure which one of you guys has a question.
It's me. Hey, coach. Grace had struggled offensively throughout the first 3 quarters. And then in the fourth, Michigan had cut it to 6 and she hit back-to-back buckets to get you guys kind of pushed back forward. What does that say about her experience and composure to make that shot?
I talk about how special she is. And, in those moments, that's when she wants the ball in her hands and, is willing to go make plays for us. And, there for about a minute, back-to-back possessions, she wanted the ball and we put it in her hands, and we trust her without question to go make the right play for us.
Seth?
Fourth quarter, Mackenzie picked up the 4th foul tonight in the game. Michigan was on their comeback attempt, trying to make the game close. How important were those minutes that you got from Lily tonight when Mackenzie had to come out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm tickled for her. She was great, really. Matter of fact, she had a harder time against Lily than she did Mac, and Lily did just a great job of staying vertical and using her size and her length and not fouling her and moving her wall and all the things that we practice, we talk about. She knew her importance, and so Seth, you never know when your number is going to be called and when you're going to be needed. And the one thing about Lily is that she's always eager and ready. When her number's called, here as of late, as we've watched her grow up inside of her program, she stepped up and is played in some big time moments for us. And tonight was a big time moment. We needed her, and I thought she did a great job.
Do we have anything else for Coach? All right.
Great.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Coach.
guys.